Wen Ming Laba, welcome to Myanmar Today. I am Henry Zin with the latest news and reports from around Myanmar. Williamson brings us a first report on the 70th Chinese National Day. Loom's story coverage on Myanmar-China Financial Express RMB Financial Services Promotion Workshop. Yanai has a report on women expect more participation in the peace process. Dora Swizin covered the story on locally produced coated steel product. Before we get to the reports, let's check on some local news. Vice President Mon-Fri addressed the reception to mark the 70th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China held at the Myanmar International Convention Center 2 in Naypyidaw on Thursday. The Vice President expressed his appreciation to the government and the people of the PRC and the Chinese ambassador, and he also spoke of his happiness in the recent appointment of Ambassador Mr. Chen Hai and trusted that the ambassador would work closely hand in hand with the Myanmar government towards the continued development of bilateral relations. The opening ceremony of the Andaman Sea trips for the 2019 to 2020 pre-high season in Koh Tao district was held on Thursday at the viewpoint in Bayinan Hill in Koh Tao town. There are 30 untouched islands featured in the archipelago trips in Koh Tao district. Visitors can make day trips to 9 islands and night trips to 7 islands. 12 hotels and resorts are offering their services in the area, and 28 tour agencies are operating 60 speedboats for visitors. The Road and Transport Administration Department under the Ministry of Transport and Communications will release some announcements beginning October 1st with respect to a permanent ban on vehicle modifications and issuance of Form D slips to owners of modified vehicles so they can import vehicles in place of the old deregistered vehicles. According to official statistics from the RTAD, the department has found 362 modified vehicles. Currently, more than 1 million vehicles are registered across the country, and over 540,000 or half of them are registered in Yangon. And that's all with the local news, and we're moving on to our first report. This year marks the 70th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China, and it was celebrated at MICC 2 in Naypyidaw on Thursday. Our reporter Williamson will share more information on that.
The year 2019 marks the 70th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China, or PRC. Through 70 years of hard work, the Communist Party of China has united and led the Chinese people on a glorious journey. The Chinese nation has achieved a tremendous transformation. It has stood up, grown rich, and is becoming strong. Socialism with Chinese characteristics has been established, developed, and improved. The Chinese people have made a great leap from primitive living style to moderate prosperity. The Chinese nation with an entirely new posture stands tall and firm in the East. Therefore, to mark the founding day of the nation and celebrate for what it has achieved in the last 70 years, the founding day of Chinese Republic of China was celebrated on 26th of September at MICC 2 in Naypyidaw. The event was attended by Mon-Fri, Vice President of Myanmar, and several ministers, including some of other invited guests. Speaking at the event, Mr. Chen Hai, the Chinese ambassador to Myanmar, said,
The last 70 years were not the normal years for China. China was lagging behind closed doors. Today, after 70 years, socialism with Chinese characteristics came to China, which has brought economic growth to the nation. It has also made the life of common people improve a lot and makes the influence of China effective around the globe, which is historic. The awakening of the common people and their prosperity has brought greatness to the people, and they are stepping on the path of the Great Awakening. If we are to look back to the history of China of 70 years ago, the duty to bring peace for the nation and nationalisms around the people are the main strength, which keeps the government moving forward further. The Communist Party and the government will keep on holding to the idea of people-centered institution and overcome the hardship so that we can build a prosperous society by bringing prosperity and developments in all these areas. By the mid of 21st century, we aim to have built strong, democratic, harmonious, beautiful, and well-advanced nation, and we will grow our strength so that we will bring long-awaited enlightenment to the people.
Speaking on the bilateral relation between China and Myanmar, Mr. Chen Hai also explains.
中缅关系步入新时代，迎来新的发展机遇。
Today, bilateral relations between Myanmar and China have entered into a new era, and new development opportunities are waiting for ahead of us. We will work together with Myanmar and under the leadership of Mr. Xi Jinping and our friend Daw Aung San Suu Kyi. We will deepen our relation, and with the coming of Belt and Road initiatives and China-Myanmar Economic Chamber of Commerce, we want to work together in the development of agriculture, tourism, and basic infrastructure, and the other areas such as education, health, poverty alleviation are some of the main areas where we will urge and work together, and we will also look forward to work together in other areas as well. We deeply desire to build a beautiful friendship with Myanmar in the future.
Speaking at the event, Oh Myen-sui, Vice President of Myanmar, also said,
In the last 70 years from its founding day, the government of China has brought great improvement in its economy and social development, especially in the last 40 years after renewing its policy. Moreover, with the hard work of its people in the last 70 years, the government of China was able to save 700 million people from poverty, and now it has the highest economic growth rate in the world, and possesses the second largest economy in the world and plays an important role in world's economy. In this 70th anniversary of its founding day, I would like to say that we will work together with the government of China in many sectors for the development of Myanmar. I pray that China-Myanmar friendship will last forever, and I pray for the prosperity of all the Chinese people for years to come.
That's a report on 70th Chinese National Day. Alright, we'll move on to weather forecast now. In Yangon, there's going to be times of clouds and sun, a couple of showers in the afternoon, and it will just be partly cloudy at night. The daily outlook is around 32 degrees Celsius high, but it's going to feel like 39 degrees Celsius. There's about 73% chance of rain for the day. In Naypyidaw, it's going to be mostly cloudy, a passing shower in the afternoon, and it will just be mostly cloudy at night. The daily outlook is around 32 degrees Celsius high, but it's going to feel like 37 degrees Celsius. There's about 55% chance of rain for the day. In Mandalay, it's going to be mostly cloudy, a couple of showers in the afternoon, but it'll be partly cloudy, a couple of thunderstorms around late at night. The daily outlook is around 34 degrees Celsius high, but it's going to feel like 40 degrees Celsius. There's about 81% chance of rain for the day. Stay with us, we have a report from Loon, and then we'll check on the stocks and currency exchange rates. The workshop on Myanmar-China Financial Express RMB financial services took place in Yangon on Wednesday. The primary aim is to introduce the financial services offered by ICBC to the people of Myanmar. Loom covered the story on the workshop.
Hi, I am Lu. As we all know, China and Myanmar have been cooperating in many other projects. One of them is the border trade. Most of the border trades are being done in the border area, China and Myanmar, and also Myanmar is the main exporter to the China as well when it comes to agricultural products. So when we're processing those products and services, one thing we do is the financial services, right? How we are financing those products. So that's why Myanmar-China Financial Express RMB Financial Services Promotion Workshop took place in Yangon on September 25. The main aim was to introduce the financial services offered by the bank ICBC to the people of Myanmar. Since ICBC is very common in worldwide, the UMFCCI in Myanmar is welcoming its financial services. Now, let's find out what Uye Miang, Vice President of UMFCCI, has to say.
On behalf of UMFCCI, we are very pleased to welcome the Industrial and Commercial Bank of China Limited (ICBC) to Myanmar. As we all know, most of the border trades happen in the border of China and Myanmar. So, how we made the transactions during the business is very important. Now, ICBC is introducing Myanmar-China Financial Express (RMB) financial services to Myanmar. It is a great opportunity for us. Today, we will be hearing different presentations from ICBC, and I believe it will be a great for everyone to get to know financial services of ICBC. ICBC is very common not only in China, but in the worldwide. So more financial services for Myanmar will be a great advantage.
Project financing, trade financing, other financing.
Following the workshop, Mr. He Bingxing, CEO of Industrial and Commercial Bank of China Limited (ICBC) Yangon branch, also gave the opening remark and explained some of the information about ICBC.
ICBC Yangon branch actively implemented our advanced experience, knowledge, and technology in banking, industrial into business developing in Myanmar, and has broadly become the biggest foreign bank in Myanmar. By now, we have established an excellent team in Yangon to serve our privileged corporate customers and have supported local companies by funding their various projects such as telecommunication, infrastructure, construction, mining, and other areas.
Following the Myanmar-China Financial Express (RMB) Financial Services Promotion Workshop, Mr. Zhou Du-Win, General Manager of Industrial and Commercial Bank of China Limited (ICBC) Yangon branch, gave the presentation on the cross-border financial services program and explained more on the ICBC Bank.
Industrial and Commercial Bank of China (ICBC) established the ICBC Myanmar Representative Office in 2011, which has made the preliminary preparations for ICBC Group's global network in Myanmar. During year 2014 and 2015, ICBC became one of the first 9 foreign banks approved to operate in Myanmar after competitive bidding, following the adjustments of Myanmar's opening policy in banking sector.
Alright, I am Loom, reporting for MI Radio.
That's a report on Myanmar-China Financial Express RMB Financial Services Promotion Workshop. And here we have the information on currency rates from Myanmar Central Bank. $1 is at 1,532 kyats. 1 Chinese renminbi is at 214 kyats. 1 euro is at 1,675 kyats. 1 pound sterling is at 1,888 kyats. 1 Singapore dollar is at 1,109 kyats. 1 Malaysian ringgit is at 365 kyats. 1 Thai baht is at 50 kyats, and the Indian rupee is at 21 kyats. Gold is trading at $1,505. Silver is at $17, and Brent crude oil is at $56. On the Yangon Stock Exchange, FMI remains at 12,000. MTSH dropped 100 at 4,200. MCB remained at 8,400. FPP remained at 26,500. TMH went up 50 at 3,050. You're watching MI Radio's Myanmar Today. Go ahead and log on to our website miradio.com.mm and listen to our radio programs live on the website. We're also running on FM 96.1 in Yangon, 96.5 in Manali, and 96.7 in Naypyidaw. Or you can simply download MI Radio app on your smart devices so you can listen to our radio programs on the go. Just type in Myanmar INTL Radio and you'll see the app appear right on your screens. So go ahead and download it and make sure it stays on your phones. Well, we have more reports for you, so let's check out the next one. With half of the world's population, the role of women nowadays has changed significantly. Gender equality is a fundamental human right and is essential to achieve peaceful societies with full human potential and sustainable development. Like anywhere else in the world, women in our country are also striving to achieve full equality of rights and opportunities along with men. Why don't we take a look at Year 9's report?
With the great purpose of promoting women's inclusion and participation in the peace process in the future, Women's Forum for Peace was organized from September 20 to 21 at Green Hill Hotel in Yangon. During the forum, the issues on the peace and security for women from every walk of life were discussed. The primary aims of the forum include to come up with the brilliant ideas in drawing national-level planning of peace and security for women. The forum also commemorates the International Day of Peace, which falls on September 21. Speaking at the forum, No Sese, who is General Secretary of Women's League of Myanmar, said,
We as women of Myanmar have the great intention to participate as much as we can in the country's building up the Federal Democratic Union and peace process. We will bring together women from every walk of life to find solutions how to collaborate in this peace-building process.
She also said that at the moment, women's inclusion in the country's peace process is yet to become substantial and comprehensive. No Sese also called for to come together to create a secure society.
It would be very difficult for women to live in dignity, so together we will figure it out how we can rehabilitate, how to resume peace-building process. So please come together to bring forward secure society, secure life.
Speaking out about women from different regions and sectors, how's their feeling as they can't get many chances in participating in the great text, like important decision making, leadership role in organizations, The chairperson of Lisu Women Association, Do Kin San-min, said,
We don't like any idea that looks down on the women. They consider women cannot do enough. But we want them to know we can do it. We can keep up with the men. And we are quite unhappy with what people say, like, what can a woman do, how they can do it. We consider it simply a discrimination. Actually, women have ability to keep up with men. If they can do, we can also do.
The forum was attended by 80 women associations across Myanmar. Their discussions particularly focused on the women's safety, peace and security concerns, as well as the challenges they are facing now. And the forum continues to discuss the particular that will be included in National Plan for Women's Peace and Security. Speaking on her opinion on women's rights, Do Tin Tin Wei, chairperson of Gantaugu Social Welfare, said,
We women want to get equal rights with the men. That's one thing. And the other thing is we like to keep up with the men. And also we want to participate in peace process and any other activities.
Women's Forum for Peace was organized by Women's League of Myanmar, which was established on 9th of December in 1999, with 13 women organizations of different ethnic groups.
That's a report on women expect more participation in the peace process. Well, here's the last report on locally produced coated steel product. JFE Meranti Myanmar, with the investment of $85 million is to produce its first coated steel product for Myanmar in local industry. They have established an industry in Thilawa Special Economic Zone, and the production is expected to start in November or December this year.
With the growth of economic and population, it is important to have good infrastructure built of better materials. Steel products became one of the common materials for infrastructure in Myanmar.
The total size of the steel market is roughly 2 million to 2.5 million tons per year, and coated steel is one area of the total steel. And of course, as you know, steel products, long products and flat products are very important for developing a good infrastructure for Myanmar.
Well, the steel market has been recording steady growth. It is published data. So we believe that it will continue as the economy is growing consistently, and there are more investments coming in the recent years.
JFE Meranti Myanmar Company Limited, JMM, which is owned by Singapore-based holding company, whose largest stakeholder is Japan-based world-leading steel producer, JFE Steel, is going to produce the locally produced coated steel products called Elzu in Yangon.
Let's say studies we started end of 2015. The joint venture between JFE, Meranti Steel, Hanwha Marubeni and JFE Shoji was formed in October 2017, and now in November, December this year we will start with the production in Thilawa. We chose Myanmar because we believe that Myanmar has a bright future. We believe that there is very good opportunities in the construction market. We believe that over the next 5 years there will be a very significant development. So for us, Myanmar is a very good opportunity to grow our business.
Elzu is premium 55% aluminum zinc alloy coated and color coated steel product available with high quality AZ70 and AZ100. The products are produced to be suitable with the climate of Myanmar.
The Elzu 7 and Elzu 10 are specially formulated with our renowned suppliers to get the good corrosion resistance metal coatings, and then followed by a very reliable paint system on it. So it has been proven in Southeast Asian countries, especially these tropical climate conditions, to be very durable. The technology is actually a European technology with a Japanese know-how. So we are also having a good team of engineers who have decades of experience in the steel industry, in this especially painted products.
They have already established an industry in Thilawa Special Economic Zone.
Thilawa Special Economic Zone is a very good for production because we have the infrastructure that we need, which is electricity and water, as well as the systems to handle waste. We have good transport opportunities. We have the port in Thilawa, through which we can import our raw materials and also for our exports. So Thilawa is for us a very good production location. Also, the processes in Thilawa are very clear and transparent. So when we import goods, we have clear processes how to import, we have clear processes how to export, and that helps us.
The investment of JMM is $85 million in total. Because of local production, job opportunities are also created. Under the lead of foreign experts, the local team members are also observing the international expertise and technology.
We have the majority, as mentioned just now by Sebastian, our CEO, 85% of our local, our forces are actually locals, and the remaining 15% or lesser will be the foreign experts. We are going through a lot of rigorous trainings, and in time to come, we are very confident that this team of local engineers and manufacturing team will be equipped with the know-how.
We are actually very impressed, by the enthusiasm and the attitude that local team members bring. So we have two cooperations. One is with Tanglin Technological University, TTU, and one is with Yangon Technological University, YTU. And we have scholarship programs and internship programs. So we're getting a lot of graduates from YTU and TTU. And we feel that we have a great partnership with these universities that benefits us both. By the end of this year, we will have created 300 jobs. And then over the coming years, of course, with an expanded facility and expanded production, we can probably go up to 500 or 600 skilled jobs in Myanmar.
That's all for now. This is Dora Suisin from MI Radio.
That's all the reports we have for today. Well, we got a few more international news here, so let's check them out. New research suggests some premium tea bags might be leaving billions of microscopic plastic particles in your cup. Canadian researchers found that some plastic tea bags shed high levels of microplastics into water. Microplastics have widely been found in the environment in tap and bottled waters and in some foods. The World Health Organization says such particles in drinking water do not appear to pose a risk, but the WHO said the findings were based on limited information and it called for greater research on the issue. Most tea bags are made from paper, but some premium brands have switched to using a type of plastic mesh instead for their product. They found that a single plastic tea bag released about 11.6 billion microplastic and 3.1 billion smaller nanoplastic particles into the hot water. The particles are completely invisible to the naked eye. In other news, climate change is devastating our seas and frozen regions as never before, a major new United Nations report warns. According to a UN panel of scientists, waters are rising, the ice is melting, and species are moving habitat due to human activities. And the loss of permanently frozen lands threatens to unleash even more carbon, hastening the decline. There is some guarded hope that the worst impacts can be avoided with deep and immediate cuts to carbon emissions. This is the third in a series of special reports that have been produced by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change over the past 12 months. However, this new study, looking at the impact of rising temperatures on our oceans and frozen regions, is perhaps the most worrying and depressing of the three. And that's all we have on Myanmar Today. Catch the show broadcast on MITV every evening, Monday to Friday at 8:30. Alternatively, you can join me on MI Radio from 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m., 1 to 1:30 p.m. and from 7:30 to 8 in the evening. We love to receive your comments and messages, so don't forget to drop them on our Facebook posts. We'll be back with more news and reports. Thank you for joining us. I am Henry Zin. Have a great weekend, everyone.